Hi everyone, welcome to another TTC update. We're in cycle 4 on 6 DPO. It sounds completely insane to be happy about being 6 DPO for nothing, but it would mean that last cycle I did ovulate on cycle day 16. I had like 3 possible ovulation dates last cycle. I had cycle day 14, cycle day 16, cycle day 18. Eventually I went with 16 because that would mean my luteal phase grew 1 day more than the cycle before, which it has been doing since forever, since I got my period back. And I don't know, it was weird going from cycle day 18 to cycle day 16 in one, like 2 cycles in a row. So the fact that I ovulated on cycle day 16 this time again makes me feel pretty happy, because it means my ovulation is, you know, finding a rhythm, which usually I'm so irregular, and or before even Logan I was so irregular, and it was always just a guessing game. So it's kind of happy that now that I know that I will probably have a 14-day luteal phase and ovulation happen on cycle day 16. That feels pretty good to me. The first week of the 2-week wait went by pretty uneventful. I did start cramping at 2 DPO. And I don't really remember if I had cramps on 2 DPO last cycle. I just remember last cycle I had a lot of cramps as well. Except those were different. Those were more like actual contracting cramps. And these are more of the, oh, you're on your period and you have this like nagging, oozing, pressure. And you constantly feel like, that's what I'm going through for since 4 DPO. Like 2 DPO is just starting with the cramping. 4 DPO is just like, yeah, and I feel it. You know, I am not happy about it, but whatever. You know, you just gotta take whatever. The other thing that I want to mention is that my chart is all over the place. I don't know if it's called like a fallback temperature or a fallback rise, or I've been kind of Googling and I got multiple explanations. I had ovulation confirmed, and then my temperature dipped. And it didn't just dip for 1 day, it dipped for 3 days. Which is weird for me. I've never really had that. Basically, my chart's not coming up, which is annoying. I think on 3 DPO my chart, or did an overlay, I feel different than an overlay. And then, or crosshair, what do you even call it? The 3 DPO temperature was already slightly down, but still above the 1 DPO temperature. Does that make sense? So it kind of was like that. And I was like, oh, well, I guess that would make sense because we took the actual blanket out of our cover, I guess. How do you call that? Like, we were just slept underneath a sheet because it was so hot over here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. 1 DPO was pretty high. 2 DPO went even higher. 3 DPO was lower as 2 DPO, but still higher as 1 DPO. That was going on. So I was like, oh, well, that's probably normal because I changed my sleeping environments, you know. I left the window open, we slept underneath only one of those, like, sheets, and we left the actual blankets out, and I wore, like, shorts and a tank top instead of, like, long pants and a t-shirt. So, probably why, and I was also kind of chilly in the morning. Then, on 4 DPO, my temperature dropped even further. I'm like, what? And it went lower than 1 DPO. And I'm like, what's going on over here? And if you watch our daily vlog, you can see like how frustrated I was with that. I was like not happy. And then I was like, okay, well maybe it's like, I don't know, like the second estrogen surge, and because I've read something about the fallback rise temperatures that go on, and they go on in the first few days after ovulation is confirmed, where your body just puts out another estrogen surge, and your temperature dips because of the estrogen in your blood. So that could be it, but then it should have gone up on 5 DPO, and it didn't. It went, yeah, well, it went up, but like barely. And I was like, okay, what's this? And then this morning it went up again. So yeah, I don't really know what's going on, but I did check yesterday with my chart of actually conceiving with Logan, which was October 18th, 2012, for those of you who want to check the fertility thing. You have to go back to that cycle. So this cycle it was 4 and 5 DPO that were oddly low. And if I go to my charts and I will pick out October 18, 2012, you can see that on 4 and 5 DPO I don't know if you guys can focus, see? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 were low, and then it started peaking up. So if this one is right, then my temperature will probably level out a little bit, go a little lower. I won't be able to check it that much because I have a few night shifts this week, and yeah, that means that I am not going to get my 3 hours of sleep in a row, and I am somewhere else, which would be very awkward due to temperature. So that's not possible. And I also have a night shift from 11 to 12 DPO, and usually I would feel comfortable testing on 12 DPO. Fertility Friend says if an AF is going to show up, I kind of feel it's more towards the 14th DPO, because last cycle it was 13 DPO that or on 14 DPO I got my cycle back, I think. I don't know. So yeah, I think I'm not going to test until next week on Monday, if AF hasn't showed up, or if my temperatures are still within a range that I think is possible to get a positive. I really want to postpone as long as possible. Fertility Friend actually says that I should probably wait until Wednesday, next week Wednesday, which is the that would be July 30th. I don't know if I can hold out that long. But since I've been feeling so good and I'm more in the mindset from, oh, well, it's probably not going to happen. It's only cycle 4. Who cares? Kind of like that. Like, my mindset has gone from, I need to get pregnant as soon as possible, so the age difference is not as large as it would be if we would. You know, it's as small as we can get it. It kind of goes now to, like, if I'm pregnant by the end of this year, I'm cool. So, yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. I feel like I got this under control, you know? I feel like, well, if it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. It's kind of weird because I'm actually assuming it's not going to happen. I'm actually assuming that I'm going to get AF, which to most people that would be like, oh, I'm out of this cycle. Oh. This time around, I don't feel it that way. I'm like, we tried, and it means we're 1 month closer to actually conceiving. And I don't know, maybe I am pregnant. I still have that hope, you know. We had a pretty good baby dancing timing. But maybe I'm not. You know, it's okay too. Because, you know, well, when it's only a year, you know, we wanted a 2-year age gap. We still have a few months left before he's, you know, in the 3-month or 3-year range before the baby is here. So, I'm good. The only concern that I have is that my mood could change, because there is this underlying teeny tiny little thought that will flip everything around. And that is that if it doesn't happen this cycle, we might not try next cycle. Because this cycle I would have a early April birthday due date, which would mean that anywhere between like last week of February, last part of March till first part of April would be when baby number 2 could be born. But if that doesn't happen, I will have a early May due date. That won't work. My sister has put her wedding on May 1st. I don't know if I'm ready, if I'm at that mindset where I want a baby so bad that I don't care to miss out on my sister's wedding and on my dad's 50th birthday, because he will throw a big party as well. And there's no way that if I just gave birth that I will be able to attend either one of those special moments. So, like, I want a baby really badly, but at the same time it feels very selfish knowing that that's going to be a due date and still trying for that month, I guess. Does it make sense? I think eventually we might try, because I don't think either Rob or I could not. No, we want to grab onto every opportunity. At the same time, I don't know, like, what would you guys do? Would you still try, even though you know your due date would mean you would miss a few special moments in, like, your loved ones' lives? Obviously, you know, in my head, if my due date is going to be like May 3rd if it happens next cycle, which I know is all like guessing work. But that's the only flip side to this entire cycle, is that I feel like if it doesn't happen now, you would have to wait at least like at least one cycle, preferably two, to not be due around that many special things. So yeah, that's the only thing that I need to like keep in mind of, like, it's okay, we'll see what happens next cycle. If it doesn't happen this cycle, first wait this one out, and yeah. So that's it for this video. Leave in the comments below what you would do. Would you skip a cycle of trying if you know your due date would fall together with like your sister's wedding, your dad's big birthday party, stuff like that? Would you skip that cycle? I just want to be, you know, knowing what the rest of the world would do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like this video if you did. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!